And so the calm before the storm. A game this so engraved into sporting history. These two teams have squared up so many times before. It is a rivalry whose significance has never been diluted and never ever will be. All stemming from that simple dread at the very idea of losing each to the other. Everyone here is obliged to win. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. So bring it on.
Yeah, well, I think it's going to be a game where the two key words are pride and courage, Peter. Pride in that you have to be prepared to fight for everything, and courage to be daring, to stand up and to commit yourself.
So things are underway. Another episode of this age-old tale, uncompromising conflict. A game this so far beyond the ordinary. And here's Messi. Pedro Porro plays it in low. And he's there to belt it away. Now it's Mbappe. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Mbappe showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Passing is crisp and sharp, and here's Mbappe.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Well, Peter, I think you and I can be sure that neither of us are going to present a serious challenge in trying to outrun Mickey van de Ven. This Dutchman is unusually fast for a defender, particularly the fact is he's 6'4". So I'm just concerned about his hamstrings. I know he's had problems in the past, and I just hope that doesn't go on to interrupt his career, but there's nobody really capable of outrunning him.
No argument from me on that front. It's easy to see how his presence alone affects both sides. Into the channel, and it's Porro. And he's gone direct here. Now that's well seen too.
Well, neither defence has had a wake-up call yet, because neither attack has turned up.
Oh, well played, well sorted out. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Tries to pass it through. Fernandez.
Madrid definitely have the look of a team that likes to counter-attack, Peter.
Yeah, that is clear. Just look at how they line up.
Well, in other words, they don't mind being patient.
Pedro Porro.
This is the time you need that pace.
He's a sharp little ball here. Pedro Porro is sporting a guilty look after that.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Can he get on the end of this? Haaland! Haaland! And it's come back out to him. We've got a goal! And we have liftoff! And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, Peter, I know from experience there are players who always seem to know where the ball's going to end up. This isn't about luck at all, despite what people say. Just keep an eye on his movement.
They have what they wanted, the first breakthrough.
Well, the roof's just about stayed on, but the crowd level has gone up a notch or 10.
Now it's Bellingham. Now it's Mbappe.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Oh, well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Messi is onto it in a flash. Not the most accurate pass. And here's Haaland. Tchouaméni. And it's Mendes. Nicely weighted ball. Oh, shooting chance! Oh, no shortage of confidence there.
Well, I'm glad he took the opportunity to run with the ball when the chance came about. That's the kind of positive thinking they need right now.
Tchouaméni. Nuno Mendes. That's a nicely shaped ball. That's good play. Tchouaméni. Picked out brilliantly. He has found a way through. That'll be a throw. Oh, sweet feet. Shot could be on. Saliba getting this one clear.
Madrid certainly could do with a positive spell for the remainder of this half, just to set the tone for what's to come.
Drills one in. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And here's Haaland. He's in a great position here. Messi looking understandably energised after his goal. That's been slipped through. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
That's the end of the first 45. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here. Madrid trailing by the tightest of margins at half-time.
It's been a pretty tepid display. They'll want to use this break wisely to regroup and come out with some fresh initiatives. This is all still very salvageable, maybe even winnable.
Well, the players definitely know they're in a derby. More of the same to come after the break, you can be sure of that. So that's how it stands at halfway. We'll be back with the second half very soon. Back on the way then.
It's not easy being down in situations like this. I know it's an overused term, but you really have to play with courage. Be brave, and let's see where it gets you. You might just get lucky because of it.
It's a promising position. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Haaland. Mbappe. Searching pass he's played there. Marquinhos gets over and intercepts. Mbappe. And it's Porro. Knocks it into space. Mbappe. Deftly away. Taken back almost at once. Looking for options for movement. Pedro Porro to Messi, and that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Pedro Porro. Madrid still this single goal behind. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And here's Bellingham. Fernandes. Bellingham. Haaland currently being consciously targeted.
Well, they seem intent on marking him out of the game. They're certainly trying to wind him up in the process, Peter.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal 10, Cristiano Ronaldo. El dorsal 11, el dorsal 4.
Your impression so far, Jim?
We've not seen much from this team as a whole, Peter. Okay, that's largely due to the way their opponents have approached it, but they can up their game considerably, and I mean considerably.
That could spell trouble. Good ball, good take. He's found a way through. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Pass is just off target.
Rice, they want to be quick here, it's breakaway time.
You would think that now would be a good time to consider some changes.
It's about risk-taking and boldness now. Are we going to see any activity from the bench?
Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Can he finish? And he's found the net! There seemed no way back, but they are level. Oh, a horrible error, and he has nowhere to hide.
Oh, how can they be so careless, Peter? It's too casual. They were never going to get away with that kind of sloppiness.
Se va a realizar un cambio de jugadores.
Madrid choosing to make the first change. It's starting to look very interesting, this.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Well read, and the danger is averted.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Cambio de jugadores.
Saliba. Just about up to 75 minutes. This is a promising build-up. Well, what about it? Madrid have come back from the very brink. Now, this could be a chance. Decent chance! And he's there to make the block.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores.
All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
Se va a llevar a cabo un cambio de jugadores.
Touré! And that has earned a reprieve for the time being.
Madrid clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
Good determined running there, but one back by the defence.
Yeah, the confidence we can admire, the decision-making we can't. He'll learn from it.
And here's Havertz. That's really well cleared. And it's Olmo. Driving on and making good progress. Tchouaméni defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Now it's Martinez. Looking for the run, and he cuts out the supply. Tchouaméni, he might have to go it alone here.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
it!
Well, Peter, they're trying to claim offside here, but this stinks of desperation to me. They know they've got it wrong.
And that's it. And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin and to wish you a very good evening. Madrid going eyeball to eyeball with their rivals one more time. A day for parading of colours, a day for pride, a day for partisanship, perhaps a day for personalities who will prevail over what could potentially turn into 90 minutes of bedlam. It's time we ask that age-old question again: who is going to come out on top this time? Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. So it is time to let them at it.
Well, what a game this is, Peter. The pressure on both sets of players is tremendous, and they're both expected to win no matter what. It doesn't matter if you're contesting a title, a final, or just playing for pride. This one's always special.
So we're very much on the way now. It's us or them, always has been, always will be. This familiar tale ready to be retold. But that has not gone well. Rodri kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Great defending, strong and determined. And it's been played through. Real chance. He's having a shot! We've got a goal! A moment that needed composure, and he had plenty of it.
Well, he's a defender's nightmare. You try to send him one way, and he just slips the other.
They have what they wanted, the first breakthrough.
Well, the roof's just about stayed on, but the crowd level has gone up a notch or 10.
Messi finds himself offside. Stood up well to him there. And it's Rice.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet. Madrid definitely have the look of a team that likes to counter-attack, Peter.
Yeah, that is clear. Just look at how they line up.
Well, in other words, they don't mind being patient.
Tchouaméni. Bellingham. So what can they make of this? Spread it left. Fernandes has the space to scheme. Konate did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And this is Messi. Now it's Havertz. He might be in here. Havertz! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Oh, wonderful effort, all by himself.
Well, that was certainly impressive, Peter. Great run, just a shame the finish let him down.
Oh, no joy this time. Tchouaméni. Bellingham. Passing is crisp and sharp. Lovely passing, lovely. Gets his head on it! Oh, split-second reaction.
That'll earn him a few high fives. Probably feels he could have been better protected, though.
Madrid with their first corner. The first in the game for either side, actually. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. And now they can spring out of defence. Half an hour played now. Nicely shaped ball. Well, that's beautifully weighted. It's a threatening ball. Shoots! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. Cucurella. Tries to play, shapes to shoot! Well, now it's a race for the ball. And it's Pedri. And this is Messi. Goes for a shot! Denied by an instinctive save.
Messi really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Corner number 2 then. Messi with the short one. Messi delivers the ball, tries to get it clear. Tchouaméni, delicate ball, and it needs to be. It's really well cleared. And it's Fernandes. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. And Messi! It's in! They have grabbed themselves an equaliser.
Well, you have to credit the desire there. These boys knew they were in a battle, and they did exactly what was needed to get back into it. That's going to make the boss just a little happy now.
It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
So they have it all to do again.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
And the referee has blown for half-time. So it's all squared. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. So we reach the halfway point.
Well, you have to ask questions how this has stayed 1-1, Peter. I do think, though, that the way spaces have been found in key areas with relative ease will be a real concern, something that needs addressing, and fast.
Well, it's been a proper derby so far, no doubt about that. Intense and utterly captivating. Madrid are level pegging at half-time then, and it's a finely balanced game. 1-1 the score. And we're already back up and running after half-time. Saliba, lovely pass, but can he get there? Great vision. Pedri picks it up out wide. Oh, sweet feet. Pedri crosses. And he's taking no chances there. Fernandez. That's a delicate pass. Ah, that's a fine interception. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Pedri. And he's straight offside. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Now it's Messi. Knocks it into space. Haaland being watched hawkishly here.
Yeah, and if they're going to try and stop him in this fashion, Peter, they're going to really test the referee's patience from here.
This is a promising build-up. Bout of passing here, really easy on the eye. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Madrid clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
And that's a dangerous ball. No foul, says the referee. That has been cut short. And that's very disappointing, it has to be said. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Some good work on the right flank here. Ah, now can they counter? Not the most accurate pass. He's shifting through the gears here. Nicely weighted, but... Can he finish? And there's his goal! And again they hit the front. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart. And it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal 10,
So we have movement on both benches.
Ronaldo.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
El dorsal 18.
Madrid perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution.
Yeah, and I think if you're looking for change in a tight game like this, Peter, it's all about getting the timing right.
Cucurella puts them all in. Courtois claims it without any fuss.
Madrid really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Good read, needed to be. Konate kept his eye on it, and he's there. Big chance to get at them. Martinez. Fernandez. Martinez.
Se va a realizar un cambio de jugadores.
Tchouaméni, Pedro Porro, Ødegaard. And it's Neves. Engages and forces him off the ball. João Neves.
Madrid really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
Played back.
Modern football for you and all that pressing.
Rabiot driving forwards.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And he's there to retrieve it. Tries to pass it. Decent chance! Oh, it's fallen loose again! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Here comes the corner.
Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
And it's skewed away. And that's it. Well, thanks to Jim alongside me, and as the fans make their way home, so must we. Good evening. And so the calm before the storm. A game this so engraved into sporting history. These two teams have squared up so many times before. It is a rivalry whose significance has never been diluted and never ever will be. All stemming from that simple dread at the very idea of losing each to the other. Everyone here is obliged to win. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. So the gloves are off, Jim.
Well, what a game this is, Peter. The pressure on both sets of players is tremendous, and they're both expected to win no matter what. It doesn't matter if you're contesting a title, a final, or just playing for pride. This one's always special.
If you have just joined, you have just missed the kick-off. One of the most eagerly awaited games in football. It never let... Impressive jump!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
It's a searching pass. Gabriel cuts out the pass. And he's forced to go back. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Yeah, Cristiano Ronaldo. I don't think there's any doubt he's one of the best around, Peter. Probably one of the best ever. He's an incredible physical specimen and a phenomenal goal scorer. You can't question his commitment and determination either. He's always in peak condition, and he'll adapt his game to whatever role is requested of him. I think he's going to have a huge impact on this team.
Yeah, he'll be looking for a goal or two. And here's Messi. Now there's a fine ball. Pedro Porro deals with that comfortably. Well, they can break here. No, that's been intercepted. And this is Messi, and he's managed to get free. And there's a goal! Still goalless. And it's Bellingham. João Neves. He's got away. Now here's the delivery. Madrid with the corner. They're first. Van de Ven attempts a clearance. Ødegaard ventures forward. Van de Ven did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Van Dijk kept his eye on it, and he's there. Mbappe. He's found a way past. Nice control. João Neves making good progress on the right-hand side. Tries to get it clear. João Neves, not one to pass up the chance to run up the defence. He loves those duels.
Well, you can't grumble when a player at least tries to make something happen.
Half an hour played now. Rodri gets across to intercept that.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
And it's Rice. Cristiano Ronaldo takes a shot! We've got a goal! And there is your opener. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Madrid are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
They have what they wanted, the first breakthrough.
Oh, he's just loving that. Certainly gives you a very unique feeling. Tremendous.
Messi. Good ball, good take. And he's got the beating of his man. Plenty of appeals, but the referee is not interested.
Madrid certainly could do with a positive spell for the remainder of this half, just to set the tone for what's to come.
They're back in possession and ready to go again. Bellingham. Rice. Into the final 5 minutes of the first half. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Ronaldo showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. And that's a good ball. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him.
Well, the box was just so congested there, Peter. There was absolutely no space to work with.
Now he's got space here, and he welcomes it in. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. Tchouaméni pokes it out wide. He's found space here. So a temporary halt to the action. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness perhaps the only things lacking. Madrid currently behind by 1-0 at the break.
Well, obviously things are not good, Peter. It seems the team were just a bit too busy playing within themselves, too tentative. They have to improve and make it fast.
Well, it has been confrontational, combative, competitive, everything you'd expect from Derby Day. Well, that is the first half done, and we are ready for what follows in the second. The second half is up and running.
It's not easy being down in situations like this. I know it's an overused term, but you really have to play with courage. Be brave, and let's see where it gets you. You might just get lucky because of it.
Now it's Bellingham. Ødegaard, and that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And that pass isn't the best. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Konate kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. And it's Bellingham. Knocks it into space. And he's there to get it away. He's a sharp little ball here. Cristiano Ronaldo under intense pressure.
Well, they seem intent on marking him out of the game. They're certainly trying to wind him up in the process, Peter.
Well, that's well spotted. Ødegaard. Madrid still this single goal behind. Rice, who's set up one goal so far.
Madrid really look like a team that's set up to absorb pressure. They don't mind being on the back foot.
But with something up their sleeve.
Yeah, they clearly feel they can hit hard on the counter-attack thanks to their pacey options.
Courtois gets it away. Stood up well to him there. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Cristiano Ronaldo. Rice. Well, played right into his path. Ronaldo unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Neither of these two want to come off second best. And he shoots! Not a bad try by any means.
Mbappe certainly knows that he's missed a real chance there, but he can't dwell on that. He needs to pick himself up and move on.
And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And he's picked it up out wide. João Neves! It's run loose. Who's going to get there?
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them. Oh, he's been caught on it here! He has found them. It's Cristiano Ronaldo! Well, there's the clearance. Tries to play it through. Decent chance! Could have won it there and then. He knows that. Oh, he knows it.
Well, he's clearly feeling that he could pretty much have the job done. He may well get another chance, you know.